It's red because the light's on for the mic.
Showing that it has power, I know.
Yes. Now we're recording.
Now you're recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So who are you? Who the hell are you?
The person that's standing or sitting right next to you.
You're not. You're sitting. Who the hell are you?
I said sitting. Originally I said standing, and then
Who are you?
The person that I am.
Oh my god. Hi guys. I'm Helios. Ew.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm gonna scar the viewers. What few viewers we do have, I probably just lost them. Goodbye. Hi. I'm awesome, and this is lame.
Yeah, I'm pretty lame.
Who are you?
The person that I am.
Oh my god, I'm so done with him already. We haven't even started this shit yet. We gotta talk louder so the mic can catch it, okay? Because we're not too close to the mic.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
What's the thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Go somewhere with this. Where are you going with this? I'm waiting. Ow! He threw something at me. Go on.
Okay, so some platforms I'm known by four-string biker.
Have that be on record. That is a lame name. Continue.
Okay, well, the thing with that is I used to ride bikes and I played the bass. So four-string bass, biker, riding bike.
I'm blinking one eye at a time to show that
he's winking at me.
Oh, ew. Ew.
Rude.
Ew.
Rude.
Your wife would have an issue with that.
Yeah, she would.
If I would be like, hey. Which reminds me of a story. Oh, my favorite moment with, I'm going to call her Dino. That's not her real name, Dino. So we were in junior college a long ass time ago. And we were in the parking lot trying to find a parking spot. And then me and Dino, through our little banter and adventures, have these different voices. She's a girl, snap, like a sassy church woman, like, ooh Lord, girl, Jesus be with you, girl. And I'm over here going, I'm a Southern belle. Oh my Mama always used to say, believe in Jesus or gonna burn in hell. So, wow, that's funny. Wow, I am sorry, viewers. Anyway, so we're in the car doing that business, and the windows are down, right? And we come across a perfect parking spot, and we're waiting to go to a class that we have together. And we find a good, perfect parking spot. And then we start turning into it, and then this other car starts turning into it. And then here comes Dino, popping her head out the window, and she's like, excuse me. I'm probably improvising this, but basically she's like, hello, we're trying to park here, bitch. Hello? Cursing at this poor girl. Yelling at her. And we eventually did get the spot, and then the girl parked, and actually, no, she got the spot. She stole the spot from us, and I'm driving by and thinking, oh, Lord. And Dino's over here like, the fuck, you fucking bitch. Like, cussing her out. Well, obviously more vulgar than that. I want to keep it somewhat.
Very, very much vulgar.
Very much vulgar. Like a church woman would be gasping like, Lord Jesus. So this woman takes her parking spot. So we drive around again, and she's like, where's this girl at? Where's this bitch at? I'm going to fuck her up. And I'm just like, Dino, girl, you can't be doing that. And she's like, watch me. So we go by again, and she's yelling at her again. And it turns out you could see the girl crying. Dino made this poor girl cry as she was walking to class. I was amazed and terrified at the same time. Bless Dino's little heart.
Imagine being married to her.
I mean, you're never bored.
No.
Life's never dull.
Nope.
She makes it quite interesting.
Very.
As a friend, that's interesting. As a lover or a significant other, I bet shit gets real weird.
It can. Love her to death, but it can.
But yeah. I don't know where to go from here. Oh, I guess it could be like, you know what I've been thinking? Because Bar's going to be like, why are you not following the template? Well, because I'm sorry, I don't want to follow the template this time. So what I've been thinking is...
I break the rules.
Exactly.
There's no template with me.
There's no template this time, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. It's going to be a weird-ass episode of constantly changing directions that you don't know where the hell you're... Actually, it's going to be pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to... So I've been thinking... I haven't really talked about what one of my top secret... I call it top secret. It's really not. Top secret projects that I'm working on for this channel. So I've been working on this project for a decade. Almost a decade.
You and Dino
Before Dino? No, actually, no, it started with Dino. What am I talking about? It was like 2011, 2012. So a good 6, 7, maybe 8 years. A good 6, 7 years. And it all started with... I kind of had the idea before, but really went somewhere with Dino. One day when we worked together. Those were the days. Wow. Those were the days. So... started talking about this idea. And it flourished and then evolved into something that was possible. And I've been trying to make shorts for it for the past 5 or 6 years. And each time it all failed and crumbled before my eyes. Well, everyone else is like, why are you not finishing this? Why are you not doing it? This looks good. And I'm over here. This looks like shit. Because it does. It all looks like shit. Well, at least the past iterations.
To be fair, the last one that we shot
it was alright, I guess.
It wasn't
the fact that it looked like shit. It was the fact I couldn't finish it.
Well, that and we lost half the crew.
We lost half the crew. 2 issues we're not going to disclose here because that's no one needs to know about that. No one cares. But it's just like we lost half the fucking crew, and all that shit went out the door. And it's like cool, This actually looked like it was going to be pretty decent, but I can't finish it, so fuck me.
And now, then we did revisions to the script.
We did a shit ton of revisions. I completely changed the whole goddamn thing. I changed the whole goddamn thing from what it originally was. Pretty much. Anyway. Same world, the characters are all just, different, and I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put the vampires and shit, but I'm getting way ahead of myself here. They have no idea, what's he babbling about?
What are they talking? Why is he talking about vampires? Why?
So the story of this is, in this world. In a world.
Oh my god.
A trailer. So, I've always been very fond of fairy tale characters, like Brothers Grimm, Snow White, Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty, all of that pit-pot schmang.
And keep in mind, this is all before that new fangled shit came out with
what are you talking about?
Not Ever After, the
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time, yeah.
Actually,
it was before Once Upon a Time came out.
Was it? Because Once Upon a Time's been on for quite a while.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think it matters because it's much better than Once Upon a Time.
Well, I know, but there are going to be some similarities
as
far as characters.
Well, until shit goes down and then shit gets weird.
Well, yeah, but
the initial first look, yeah, it's gonna be similar because you got Snow White and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So you got these characters. So in this world, since I'm a big lover of the fairy tale characters, also mythology, I'm like, I want to make a mythology dealing with fairy tale characters. That's where the idea began. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to make these characters completely like the fairy tales. I want these people to be the bases that the fairy tales were written from. If that makes sense. It's like this person is Snow White, but she inspired the writer to write the story of Snow White the way they wrote it. But Brothers Grimm Snow White is not the said Snow White in this story. If that makes sense. Am I making sense at all?
You're rambling, but yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I have these characters. They're all the bases of different fairy tale characters, depending on which character it is. I guess to start things off, you have 5 I don't know how how deep do I want to get into it though? Because I don't want to explain everything, but I want to keep it somewhat vague. But like,
3 siblings with 2 step siblings.
they're not step though; they're half.
Well,
Spoiler alert.
Technically, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't come till much later though. Spoiler alert. No one's gonna listen to this anyway. When the series comes out, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, spoilers! Oh, theories." I wish if I can get a film theory, bitch. If I can get a film, oh, that'd be great. Anyway, I'm getting way. See, this is what happens when I run shows. Shit gets sidetracked.
Focus.
I can't.
I'll give you a magnifying glass so you can focus.
But I don't know how much to disclose. Because I mean, you got the main 3, but I don't know where to go from there. Like how much to explain, if that makes sense. I don't know what the limit is because I don't want to spoil everything.
Well, then we just talk about it. Talk about the world. Talk about the characters individually.
Okay.
Instead of precedence between.
I'm not going like what they.
Right.
I'm not going there, but
no,
yeah.
I know.
Now, okay, so you got the main 3. The other 2, don't really worry about them at the moment. They're
there, but they're not there.
They're there, but you don't need to worry about them. So right now I'm going to concentrate on the big 3, which is you got Oh God, what's her full name? Sophia.
I don't.
We call her nickname her Sol because it's easy to pronounce, SOL, but the whole name is like some Arabic. I think is where she got it from, where Dino got it from. It's like Sophia, something like that. Something similar to that. But we call her Sol. So you got Sol, who's the oldest, who was the basis for the characters of like Maleficent, or whatever her name was in the original Sleeping Beauty story, which wasn't Maleficent.
Right.
And the evil queen from Snow White.
Right.
Fun fact. That character. So, like, okay, so you have. Okay, I'm just going to go to the siblings first and then I'll go into the world because I don't want to jump around too much. Then you got the middle child, which is the brother. His name is Zeo. And he is the basis of Jack Frost. Right? Yes. Still? Yes.
No, we kept him Jack Frost.
Yes. I kept him Jack Frost. What the fuck are you talking about?
Considering I've been helping you with
shut your face! Spit everywhere.
You got something.
Oh,
right there. No.
Let me get that. Let me get that right quick. So yeah, Zeo's the basis of Jack Frost. Yeah, and then you got the youngest is Snow White, and she's a combo. She's the wombo combo of Snow White and Red Riding Hood. Because why the fuck not?
My idea.
So he says. So he claims. It's true. So yeah, Snow White's the youngest, and she's basically Snow White with a long, luscious, beautiful red cloak. Because I want that. I want to make a scene of that. I want cinematography of that beautiful cloak. Her entrance and shit.
It'll be there at the end of the first season.
Wow! Just spoil the ending of that, why don't you? Wow! Just ruin it all, huh?
Yeah, I didn't say when or where.
But you said the end. Whatever.
The end could be the last 3 episodes, the last 4 or 5. It like if it's towards the ending, it could literally be anywhere.
This is why we can't have nice things in the world, people, because people like this. I'm kidding. I have no room to talk. So you have the main 3, and they're all in this world, Earth, I guess. Earth. They're Earth. So they're in Earth, and they're all monarchy. Do we want to be a monarchy? I never even thought of that. I guess in a way they are.
In a sense. Yeah.
In a sense, they're kind of monarchs of their own respective, not clans. Clans are too like clanny, like groups.
Organization.
Not really. Not even. You got one that's monsters, fairies, and white magic. Like monsters and black magic, white magic, and like pixies looking shit, and then fairies. They're not really organizations. They're more like old school monarchs in a way. At least the fairy kingdom
Courts.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. The courts. Yeah, Saul that rules over the monsters.
The courts.
He's holding up
A quartz crystal.
a quartz crystal. I'm really tempted to jump out my window on the second story of my house, head first, plummeting to the ground below, and hoping my brain chunks fly across the pavement in my backyard as it paints a colorful color of red as it drains out my brain and body onto the pavement, staining it forevermore. And when the new people move in after my family leaves from the tragedy of my death, they're going to be wondering what the fuck happened. And they're going to listen to this podcast, my last moments before I jump out my goddamn window because that horrible quartz joke.
Well, I mean...
That's beautiful, and I have that on record now.
I mean, they would be able to power wash it off, so...
Cancer.
Definitely.
Anyway.
You asked me to help you with this.
I did. Because I thought you would keep me on track, but obviously you're not. So yeah, these three are in charge of their own courts. You got Soul, who's in charge of like the black magic, evil magic, what people would think would be evil shit, but in reality, they're not. It's just a different form of balance. I don't know how to explain it. Different way of thinking. There you go. Not necessarily evil. Like, they have their own rules and things not to do. All three of them have a common rule: don't interfere with humanity. Let them do their own shit and mind their own business, essentially. And there's a few other rules, but that's mostly for the siblings.
And that will be explained later.
Yeah. Shit gets real. So you got Soul, who's in charge of like the quote-unquote evil black magic, dark magic, monsters, creatures of the night, that type of shit.
Spooky stuff.
Spooky. And then you got Zio, who is the king of the fairies. The fairies! Oh my god! Welcome to Revive Fairies! Yes! No, not that. Not that fairy.
No.
More like the fae, like what's a good fae? Like the fae, like the Celtic fae, the blue fairy from Pinocchio, the fairy godmother, the fairies from Sleeping Beauty, that type of shit.
Kelpie.
What?
What?
The Kelpie's not a fae. Is it a fae? No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Maybe? Is it? I don't know. Possibly. Who knows? I think it is. Maybe. What am I doing? I'll look it up later. That's gonna bug me now. I don't think a Kelpie's a fae.
That's not.
Anyway. So you got the kingdom of the fae. And then, which is Zio, the brother. And then you got Snow White being her
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom?
Snow White talks to the little birds from...
Well, yeah, but I mean, that wasn't her grouping. Hers is basically, I guess animals would be part of it. Because hers is mostly just like the opposite of soul.
White magic.
Yeah, white magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then instead monsters like nature and squirrels and birds and little deer. And then Bambi as she watches her mother die. Oh my god, did you bring Bambi?
Yes.
Save that for... Talk about it, because I don't know if I'm actually going to use it or not. So wait,
well,
what the fuck? We
talks
can't get a deer for this.
No. But you can pre-record a deer. Just go on a hunting trip. No.
So you really want to kill a real Bambi's mother? I see.
No. That was a complete joke. So
he says.
I'm gonna slap your bald head.
My beautiful bald head.
Dude, as he does a beard flip.
Anyway. So what was your idea with Bambi?
So, obviously she'd be talking to the animals.
If you didn't know, Snow White talks to little forest critters for some fucking reason.
I mean, she does it in the freaking Disney movies.
I know that. I said that's why for some fucking reason she could talk to little woodland creatures.
Yeah. So...
Deer being one of them.
Yes.
Anyway, go on.
So, the deer that she befriends is Bambi.
Bambi as a baby or Bambi as a full-grown man deer?
Because freaking
Did you know, fun fact, there's a group of people who think the male Bambi is fucking hot, and that's disturbing. Anyway.
Seriously?
Furries. Anthropomorphic. Male Bambi, full-grown Bambi as a buck. People want bucket, if you will.
Well, I mean, bucket.
I set that up.
Yes, you did.
I'm ashamed of myself now.
Hey, no kink shaming other people's kinks.
I mean,
that's where you go.
Most
kink
of it's
shaming is my kink.
I mean, that's not really a kink. Well, I guess to some it
that
is.
Would be a kink.
But then,
that would be a kink.
Anyway, back to the main
topic.
This
off track.
I do.
You need a template.
I do. I need a template. Bar is probably listening to this going, dear mother of God, he's never doing this again. Hi, Bart.
It's my fault.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it definitely is my fault.
So yeah, in this world, the big three, if you will, while the other two come back later. It's a big overarching story of betrayal, not really betrayal, of framing each other.
Yeah.
There's a background person walking around framing the siblings against each other to just incite chaos by turning the siblings into each other and doing things to make the others think the others are doing it to them.
Right.
While just sitting back and enjoying the show. And then, of course, we have other characters that are mixtures of fairy tale characters and shit, too. Do we want to go into anything else? I guess we can go into the seasons, but briefly, kind of.
You can touch it, but I wouldn't go.
Well,
too
obviously,
in-depth.
I can't, because if I had to go deep into that, I had to go deep into everything else, and I really don't want to do that.
Right.
So, in this world, you have
special people.
Oh god, this is gonna be very Ruby-like. This is gonna be very Ruby-like, but trust me, it is not. It's fully explained. It's like Ruby, but actually seasons, not like Ruby where you had the maidens of the seasons that you have spring using ice powers. That's not how that works. I love it and all, but that's not how that works. Their power. So I had the 4 seasons in this series. You have a balance of. So you have beings that are the 4 seasons.
So, okay, so to sum it up, we have the seasons, but every action has a reaction.
Yes.
So, there is a light and dark side.
Yes.
Meaning we have...
A balance.
A balance, exactly. We have a balance between the seasons.
Yes.
There's a good half of the seasons, and then there's a bad half of the seasons. Basically, we're having 2 sets of each season. And that's as far as we'll go into that.
Sure.
Well, I thought that's what we...
Winter, spring, summer, and fall.
And there's 2 for each.
Now, the way the seasons come past, well, kind of. Instead of like in Ruby where the maiden dies and the last thing the maiden sees or thinks about the next person, that person becomes the next maiden. In this case, when the person dies, the powers of the season or whatever goes on to the next person it chooses, almost like it has a mind of its own. That's as much as I'm saying about that. So you have some popular, well-known characters from fairy tale that are based on other fairy tale characters that are the seasons. I don't know if I want to say any of them really, but and then you have some mythological creatures from other mythologies that are also the seasons, some of which are my favorite. Fall and summer are probably my favorite. Summer is going to be a shit show of a fun time. Because, man, we can really go fucking wild with that one.
That one's going to be fun. Oh, that one is going to be a lot of fun.
Because I almost said, with that one, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. There's really no set what that thing looks like.
Plus the background story behind that.
The drama and conflama of this series is too real. You want some tea? This series will spill the tea. Throw the damn cup at you.
There's going to be a lot of drama. Especially between the siblings, the seasons, and the siblings.
God, I just love... I love drama. Obviously, I love conflict between characters that you really would think not really be needed, but then the way the characters interact with each other, you're just like, I don't know why they're fighting like this. You all can work it out, but y'all are just hot tempered. This is amazing. So I like shit like that. Deep hatred, historical hatred, and just deep years of just frustration coming out at once. I live for that. That's the tea. That's the show. The tea. That's the tea. No. Oh my god, I should have like a top.
Based on a lot of what the characters are mixed with, that would actually make sense.
True. I kind of want to do a talk show at the following day after the episode releases called "That's the Tea," where we talk about the episode behind the scenes shit and the story. Actually, I am doing that. So, actually, that's not a bad idea. I might do that.
Well, do you want to talk about the last the one that we had to scrap, the recording that we had to scrap? Do you want to talk about that?
About the short film we had to scrap?
Yeah. The one that we did with the crew that we lost.
Oh, that one. So back in the day, I had vampires included in the story, and instead of 5 siblings, it was just the 3, and they weren't as
all powerful.
Yes, they weren't as all powerful, and they were more fairy tale based rather than mythologically based. And vampires had a bigger role in that. Where in that story,
we also included the creepypasta.
Yeah, that's right. We had creepypasta monsters in that one. Mm-hmm. So like Soul had the domain of the monsters, but then she started hunting down and gathering the modern monsters, which would be the creepypasta monsters, to form an army to cause a weird abstracted version of Ragnarok. It got weird.
It got
very weird. It's gone through some changes.
It's got some
major changes. But thinking back on that, wow. That idea then and this idea now are like 2 different things.
We can create 2 different stories with the same characters.
We could.
It's like that 70s show and that 80s show.
They
came out with that 80s show before they came out with that 70s show.
No, they didn't. You're lying.
Bitch, I'll look it up.
He's lying. Tell me he's lying. Comment below. Is he lying? There's not that 80s show. He's lying. There's only that 70s show. You lying.
It was only on for like 1 season.
Why you gotta lie?
I'm not lying.
Why you lie? Why you fibber? Anyway, so, but yeah. So the story is where this... where do I begin? So the vampires have a rule where they're only allowed to take certain humans. Oh my god, that's ew.
It literally lasted for like 1 season.
Ew, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at the 80s show. I'm done. Stop. Put that on my face. That looks disgusting. That looks vile. Looks terrible.
Oh, it's not the same cast. I thought it was the same cast. Okay.
No, why would it be same? Anyway, so in this story, vampires have a rule where they're not allowed to take people that... They're only allowed to take like loners, and they can't feast off them. If you drink to kill. And the person becomes a missing person. So you can't harvest them. Meaning, a vampire can't take a human and suck on their blood, leave them there, and continually suck their blood. Because eventually you're going to turn them into a vampire. So you drink to murder. This vampire chick, who was a daughter of one of the higher-ups in the vampire hierarchy, daughter of the queen or some shit, she didn't follow those rules. She broke them. And she took a certain person. She took 2 people, right? Yeah. She took 2 people, one of which was both of them were really connected to Soul, but one in particular was a property of a witch, because Soul was a witch back in the day. I mean, I guess she kind of is. She still is. She still is, but more. Anyway, so you're not allowed, in that story, you're not allowed to take a property of a witch. And one of the characters that this vampire princess, whatever, took was a property of a witch. And by doing that, Soul intervened, caused havoc in Kaflama, turned one of the characters into a creepypasta, and raised hell. It didn't finish. It didn't get finished.
Nope.
It got maybe barely towards the end.
Not
Barely.
Even. We got to one episode and then we had to scrap it because of issues.
Yeah, because we were going to do like the end credit scene thing, and then we were going to continue from there, and that did not work out. Now, some of those ideas from that story did move over to the one we have now, but very far in between. Most of the story dealt with the witch's property. Pretty much stayed the same between the witch's property and one of the siblings. All of that stayed the same, but just changed. The details about that event changed, but the end outcome still was the same. If that makes sense. And then we shot another one from a bonfire, which I did wish I could keep. I could find that, because that bonfire shot was a good shot.
Which one?
Remember when we had Snow White, Soul, and Zio around a fire? We were out in the middle of a ditch somewhere in Bernie.
That's right.
That's the one time we had Snow White, which, if she's out there, I still want her to be Snow White.
If we can get a hold of her, I've been trying. I don't have her number anymore.
She was like perfect as Snow White. Like the perfect Snow White, dainty and shit. Like, damn. She was great and she was nice. She was cool. And she was like a perfect Snow White.
Might still have her number somewhere.
I hope so, because she was like the perfect. When I thought Snow White, I thought of her.
If I don't have it, I know somebody who does.
Okay.
Because I need to talk to him about it anyways.
Who?
To be one of the actors.
Okay. He would know? That's right. I know. Okay, cool. So, hopefully, we can get Snow White. Because she was a great Snow White from what little short we did do. Which that one didn't come anything either, because that was very improvised, and I didn't really like how it turned out, but visually that looked pretty good with the shitty camera I had. But man, I have a fun fact, I have a 4K camera now, so this shouldn't be an issue anymore on, like, I can't do it because my quality is not good. No, I have no excuse now.
He has no room to complain now.
Nope, I do not have any room to complain whatsoever. All I need to do is get my ass in gear and write the scripts of how many episodes I want the first season to be, and get my audio equipment, which I plan on getting that very soon. Because I want to start shooting this roughly in June, roughly. Sometime in June. It's my goal.
Well, we need to fine-tune the script before we do all that.
Yeah.
So write the script, we'll fine-tune it. And then
that's why I said that's my goal. If it doesn't happen in June, it doesn't happen in June. The point is, I want the first season to be done and out, start rotating out in the fall. And then have a time to write the second season or whatever, and start filming that in the winter. Okay. So as long as it's out in the fall, I don't care, because I want to start filming the second one. Yeah, I'm doing a sequel regardless if people are like it or not, because I'm like, fuck it, I'm not making money off this yet. I want to start shooting that in the winter, because I'm even certain actors going to be in it more in the second, and that said person gets hot, and they'd rather film in the cold. And I think it'll be more suited for the second season anyway. It would be more in the cold. Not just the person, but like just the story overall. I think better in the winter. Anyway.
That, and if we need to have a snow scene, that's a lot easier to find.
Not in San Antonio.
West Texas, you dummy.
I guess.
We could find it if we need it. In other words. Sure. And this last year did have a lot of snowfall. So.
I mean, it did snow before I graduated. the night before I graduated. Walked the stage of college and got my degree. It snowed. It was beautiful. It snowed in Houston. That's how fucking weird it. That's how fucking weird it is.
Congratulations.
You know what? I'm really sick of your shit right now, and I'm gonna take this mic and I'm gonna bash your head with it.
He's being very aggressive right now. I blame it on the soulless gingers. Because he is a soulless ginger.
I'm offended. I'm triggered. Trigger moment. Anyway.
Funny fact, I actually have a lot of redheads in my family. So that's like a null and void joke.
No one cares. Ow! Abuse! Neglect! Neglect? What the fuck? Neglect! Anyway, so that's basically kind of the rundown. If any of that made sense. If any of that made sense.
Pretty much
I'm sure it
find out.
did. I'm sure it did. I mean, from what I heard while I was speaking, a lot of it did make sense. And the dog is whining outside the door. Nothing new there. Thanks, guys, for listening. It's a little bit of a shorter episode compared to the past ones.
How long are they normally?
About an hour long.
So let's talk about more.
No, I have nothing else to talk about. I want to talk about anything else.
He doesn't want to hang out with me anymore.
I do. I just don't want to talk about any more about this story because I want to keep everything else kind of on the down low. I don't want to give away everything.
Okay.
So, yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. And next week, I swear, it's going to be more... what they call it, structured,
organized.
More organized because
It'll be more
Bard's going to be around. Like, I'm sure Bard has no idea what the hell's going on or what I'm doing right now. So, Bard, if you want to watch this tomorrow on Friday, congratulations.
He's lost without you.
I'm lost without you. I need you, Bard. Make me focused. give me guidelines because I can't do shit. I'm very scatterbrained, especially right now because I didn't get no sleep last night. Ladies and gentlemen, an hour, maybe 45 minutes of sleep, and I'm still awake. How? I don't know.
Well, you were falling asleep in the car.
I was falling asleep like half the damn day after I got off work. But yeah, anyway, enough about my shit.
Seriously, it stinks.
I'm done. Goodbye. See y'all next week. See y'all next Wednesday when I'm actually going to film a video on Saturday for a certain event with my camera. So it's going to be a live action video for next Wednesday.
We'll be there.
If I don't kill you. Anyway, goodbye and have a good night and good life and whatever the fuck. I don't know.
I'm ready.
You ready to die? Because I'm going to make
ready.
that happen.
Because we made a short video of that. I'm ready.
I think so is the dog. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.